what's up? Welcome back to my channel. Today's video I am going to be sharing with you guys my most used products of 2020 along with the least used, aka my worst purchases. I already did a video of the best purchases, so that video was solely things that I just purchased in 2020 that I used a lot. This video is going to be more so things that are just overall favorite things of 2020, so it can be things that I bought in 2019, 2018, just classic products, or maybe some things run over. I also wanted to share with some of you guys things that I think are just not worth it and that I regret spending my money on. I hate to be negative, but there were a couple bummers. I am going to share like my overall favorite either discoveries or just favorite things that I had going on for me in 2020, because there wasn't a lot, but we have to look at the light at the end of the tunnel, and finally we are in 2021. Hopefully this year is just fabulous, but there were some things that I did like about 2020 and they are on this list right here. So we're gonna go ahead and get on into the video. First of all, my favorite coffee order of 2020 was the Starbucks double shot. You have to say a Starbucks, like a venti Starbucks double shot on ice, and I would replace the classic syrup with white mocha. Is it healthy? No, but is it delicious? Absolutely. My favorite music of 2020, I'm not ashamed, is 2000s throwback hip hop, rap, some pop music. That is what I listen to every day when I would work out. Literally, Young Money was one of my #1 listened to artists. Like I listen to all the throwback jams literally every single day, like Ludacris, Nelly. Those are all of my most listened to artists. T-Pain was in like my top 7. It's kind of embarrassing to admit, but there was like just such trendy music going on in 2020 and everyone else was like up to date with that. But no, mine was like all 2000s throwback songs, and I'm okay with it because it's still probably gonna end up being that way at the end of 2021. Like I could not even share my top listened to songs because it was just too embarrassing, but you know what, it's okay. My favorite shows that I watched in 2020, technically Bridgerton I think I watched in 2021, but it was magnificent. Also watched The Office a million times. New Girl I watched. Criminal Minds, I'm still finishing that up. The Bachelor, I really got into The Bachelor. Kardashians, of course. Emily in Paris was one of my favorite things to come out of 2020 because I want that life. Favorite memories of 2020, there weren't a lot, but the ones I did make were amazing. So I did go to Disney World twice. I went with my friends, which was magical, right before Christmas, and then I also went with my mom in September. Leaving Columbus was like a huge memory. It was just crazy, like the actual act of packing up my first apartment that I had by myself and moving back to Alabama. That was like, that day was like the most exhausting weekend. I did vlog that. That was like a big memory, like losing my job, but then also getting a new job that I'm much happier with. It was just such like, it's crazy how fast your life can change in a year. And then we also moved houses. I forgot to include that in the beginning. Like we also moved from my hometown of Atmore to Spanish Fort, not super far, but that was like a huge thing because we did live in that house for like almost 20 years. So it is crazy, like everything changed in 2020. Also, I did go to DC before quarantine happened. That was back in February. It's crazy, it's almost been a year and I'm already like dying to go back to DC simply for the food. The food was so good. And also I love history, so DC was just like so fun. My favorite overall clothing look of 2020 is pretty much like you probably know. Every day pretty much in 2020 I wore bike shorts, a big tee, and Air Force Ones and my tall socks. I'm gonna talk about some of that in a little bit, but literally I wore that outfit everywhere I went most of 2020 because it was just so comfortable. Before I get into my most used favorite products of 2020, I want to share with you guys some things that I regret purchasing that a lot of people love, and I bought a lot of these things because a lot of people love them, but they just did not work out for me, and I'm gonna be honest. Okay, 2 of the first things that were super viral in 2020, so I bought them thinking I would love them. They're both like makeup, skincare, whatever related. First thing is the Milk Hydro Grip Primer. Everyone talked about how lovely and amazing this stuff was. It made my makeup look like, made it look trash. Maybe it's a combination of the fact that I have a little bit more oily skin and the type of foundation I was using mixed with the powders. It just like literally ate my foundation. Second thing that's incredibly popular still now that really blasted off in 2020 is The Ordinary. This is the hyaluronic acid. This stuff breaks me out so bad. I've tried it a couple times, but literally within hours I have little bumps all over the areas that I've applied this stuff. So that was a regret. Should have bought that. Another regret that I've talked about, I guess, kind of before buying is the replica minis samples. So I will admit there were some scents in the replica samples. So this is perfume, by the way. And I got, I think it's the 10 pack. It's just like 10 of their sample size perfumes. And I liked maybe 2 out of the 10. I really like the Beach Walk, obviously. But it's not life changing. But another one that I really liked that I didn't like at first that I do like now is Jazz Club. So I am happy that I bought it because it did introduce me to those. But I feel like I wish I would have waited till we could actually like sample it in the store and just bought those, because I would rather put my money towards bigger bottles of like Beach Club or Jazz Club, whatever, Beach Walk, whatever it's called, rather than having all of these other samples that I'm probably not going to use. Another thing that I spent a lot of money on because I thought I was going to love them are some Nespresso pods. So one of them that I thought was trash, that is super controversial. Some people love it, some people hate it. The vanilla custard pie, and then also the caramel brulee. So these are the Virtuo pods. I gave all of them away to my friend Jessica. She hates them too. I found one more vanilla custard pie. I thought I got rid of it, but apparently I had one left. They taste like trash. Absolutely disgusting. If you disagree, let me know, but I have one left. I gave like 20 of them to her, but I bought so many of those thinking I was gonna like drink them because they just sound good, right? Like caramel and vanilla, who wouldn't like that? They taste nothing like caramel or vanilla, so big regret. Another thing I regret purchasing are these Nikes, or really any Nike tennis shoe that I bought last year. These are some Nike Renews, and partially because I found Brooks towards the end of 2019, and once you try on a pair of Brooks and you like to run, you don't want to go back to anything else unless maybe like Asics or something. I don't know, because those are kind of similar, but these are just supposed to be good for running. They are the Renews. I thought they were so cute, but they also still hurt my heel, and I've tried wearing these to the gym multiple times, but I wore these one day to Disney World when I went with my mom, and they tore the back of my ankle up. So I just overall, even though they're cute, they're super lightweight, whatever, they hurt my ankle so bad, and they're just so flat, especially to be like a running shoe. I guess they're a running shoe. Definitely regret buying those. Another regret I have is buying a couple different things, but these bike shorts from Pink, they are these like leopard ultimate bike shorts. Honestly, they just don't go with anything I have, and I don't like the way that they're made. Like, they're high rise, but they're very short, so they look kind of awkward on my body, and they ride up really badly. And I have a black pair too, and I regret buying those, even though I have worn those a couple of times. These I don't think I've worn yet. And like, there's a couple other bike shorts and a couple tees and stuff I've bought from Pink this last year that I just regret buying. Another regret I have purchasing this last year is, if you guys watched my Bath & Body Works haul, I bought so many candles. That was like back in August maybe, and I just went a little crazy. I had some gift cards, and I went a little bonkers, and I bought dozens of things in Bath & Body Works. Also, I bought 4 of the Forever Mood candles when Jackie and I first came out with them. And I regret buying, what is the one? The Matcha Business. I actually was giving that one away in a giveaway because it just wasn't for me. And so I really wish, besides, I wish I would have thought out to spend my money better, especially when it comes to things like candles and like Bath & Body Works types of things, because I felt like I could have invested my money in different ways. That was just a regret, and I've done that quite a few times, especially with the Bath & Body Works situation, because like, I love candles more than anything. I have one going in the background right now, but sometimes I get a little carried away, and if you saw like how many candles I have right now, you would be like, what is wrong with you? Another thing I regret buying is, like I said, I really got into reading in 2020, but I bought so many books I think in like October, I want to say, like so many brand new from Books A Million, Barnes & Noble books, like full price $20 to $25 books, like 15 of those, instead of just buying a Kindle and getting like Kindle Unlimited. I could have saved so much money, and I regret not doing that sooner, or getting a library card or whatever. That was just like a super big expense, and I kind of went a little crazy. So those are like my biggest regrets, but now I'm gonna go ahead and bop on into my most used favorite products of 2020. Some of these may be carryovers from 2019, or I might have bought like another stock of something in 2020, but these were things that I used like every single day pretty much in 2020, so I had to share. So different from the purchased. these are just overall favorites and most used. So first, most used, you already know the Amazing Grace perfume from Philosophy. I bought this for the first time in 2019 and I continue to use that every day. Every day I use that before I go to the gym because it's like a light, fresh shit. So it's nothing that's gonna like annoy anyone else in the gym, but it will like just make you smell good if someone walks past you. It just smells so fresh and clean. I love it. Another thing that I've had for a couple years, I actually discovered this first my freshman year of college. My roommate had this and I just use this every day. It's my favorite face wash. It is the Formula 1006 skincare, sorry I can't see, the Best Face 4 daily foaming cleanser. This is like one of the few things that don't break me out, and it's super cheap. It's like $6 or $7, maybe $8 in Ulta. I have 3 of these in my cabinet right now because I always have them on stock in case I run out. Another thing, I got this from Ipsy. So this was one of my favorite products of 2020. I did not purchase this because it was in my Ipsy box, but I've used this so much. I'm gonna cry when it runs out because it is expensive, so you do need to sign up for Ipsy. It's amazing. This is the Sunday Riley A+ high dose retinoid serum. Sorry, I cannot talk. This stuff makes your skin look so plump and fresh and just like youthful and rejuvenated and juicy, and it's just, I can't describe it, but it's so rare for skincare not to break me out, but rather make me look good. I'm so picky about my skincare, so that was definitely one of my favorite things of 2020. Along with that, I've been using this for years. I use this almost every day in 2020. It is my Dream BB Fresh Cream from Maybelline. I love this stuff. I love this way more than I love the ColourPop tinted moisturizer. I go back and forth between the 2 of them, but this one, it says all the things that it does on the back. Like it blurs your skin, it enhances, brightens, adjusts to your skin tone, smooths, hydrates. It has SPF 30 and it has no oils in it. So it just, it's amazing. I love this stuff. I feel like it just literally like blurs your skin out and it's so lightweight. I just absolutely love it. Another one of my favorite things of 2020, I feel like we're just on a roll right now, are scrunchies. I use scrunchies every day. I actually just took it out of my hair, but I love scrunchies more than anything, and I've always been like a big rubber band girl, like a typical ponytail holder kind of girl. Until this past year, scrunchies have just changed my life. They don't leave that harsh line in your hair, and I use these mixed with some kitsch scrunchies from Ulta, and then also just some regular, I think it's like the Scoonchy is actually the name of it, the brand from Target. I absolutely love scrunchies. 10 out of 10. Everyone needs some scrunchies in their life. I talked about this earlier when I was talking about regretting buying my Nike Renew shoes, but Brooks have been my favorite thing of 2020. I first got these in 2019, a different pair. They finally passed away the other day. I finally tore a hole in the back from running in them so much, but these are the Adrenalines, but the Ghost ones, I have the Ghost 12 and 13s and Adrenaline. They are all equally incredible. I love my Brooks shoes. Once you try them, you can't go back to another shoe, or at least from my personal experience. I know there's like the Cloud shoes and all of those, and I haven't tried those yet. These are pricey. They're like $150. Sometimes they do go on sale in Dick's Sporting Goods, but they are life-changing. Like if you like to run or work out, or even if you're just like on the go, highly recommend checking out Brooks shoes. I cannot say enough about them. Y'all already know this is coming. This is one of my most used things of 2020. My Air Force Ones. I know I talked about my other Nikes, but Air Force Ones are different. They're their own category. I buy a new pair of Air Force Ones at least once a year, typically every summer, and I've been doing that since maybe like 2017, 2018, whenever I first started wearing them. Air Force Ones are just like that thing that pulls an outfit together. They're so easy to wear. I wear them everywhere I go. I wear these every single day. Like the Brooks are my workout shoe, and then I put the Air Force Ones on for everything else. I wear these shoes everywhere I go. Everyone knows it. I like to wear Air Force Ones with like cute little t-shirt dresses, bike shorts, leggings, sweatpants even. Literally, they go with anything and everything. They're amazing. I would try to sell them to anyone if I could. Also, already knew this was coming. This is my robe from Pottery Barn. I absolutely love this thing. I got this last summer, so I guess technically it was a 2020 purchase, but it is so amazing. I literally sleep with this on top of me sometimes just because it's kind of heavy and it's so soft. I'm in love with this. I feel like if you're wanting to splurge on something, they did go on sale not that long ago, but they are a little bit pricey. It's like $150 for this robe, but if you're looking for like a luxurious gift for someone, I recommend getting this thing. It's just so soft, and obviously there are duplicates and stuff, but I love that robe so much. I just had to include that because that literally was used by me almost every single day. And I know I talked about bike shorts that I did not like, but some of my favorite bike shorts that I used were my Fabletics Power Hold bike shorts. I use these all the time. I wear these at least twice a week. And then also I have a pair of bike shorts from Target I use all the time. They're both of those are like almost always sold out because bike shorts literally became so popular last year. They're almost sold out everywhere all the time. I have a couple of casual pair of bike shorts, like the everyday bike shorts from Pink that I wear sometimes, and American Eagle has really good bike shorts. So bike shorts, just overall favorite product of 2020. I wore them all the time. Okay, another tech product I use literally every single day are my Apple AirPod Pros. I've never used the regular AirPods, but the Pros, literally something could be going on right behind you, like a full concert, and I could not hear it because they literally block out all noise. I love them. I'm obsessed with them. I use them every day in the gym. It's just literally blocks out everything. They're amazing. Also my Apple Watch, I wear this every single day. I just had to include that because I wore this pretty much every day of 2020. It literally just motivates me to close my rings. I know that's kind of silly, but it gets me up, gets me walking, makes me want to work out, makes me want to stand. Another thing y'all know I used all 2020 is number one, this earring pack right here from Bobble Bar. I'll insert a picture. I don't have them in right now because I haven't been wearing them as much, but over the summer into the fall, I wore them almost every single day. It's just like a 5-pair earring pack from Bobble Bar. It's expensive, but honestly it's worth it because you're getting 5 pair of earrings under $100 and all like extremely good quality. And then also just hoops, just regular hoops, especially from Target. My big thin hoops also mixed with these chunky hoops. I have these in gold as well. I wear these like every single day. They're like $6 or $7 in Target. 10 out of 10 recommend. I know I mentioned candles that I regretted buying in Bath & Body Works, but I did have some candles that I really am happy I got. So the Spice Gingerbread has been like my ultimate favorite. Y'all know I also love me some Christmas tree scents. Leaves was definitely my most used of the fall. Like Fresh Balsam, I know I said Christmas tree, but Fresh Balsam was the most used. And then also A Perfect Christmas. I have a little tiny bit left of that one, and I know I mentioned some Christmas scents that you can't really buy right now, but I use those all the time in fall and the winter. Love my holiday scents. Overall, I wish they would sell them every day of the year because I love holiday smells so much. Another most used product was my Fire Stick for Amazon. So it's in my TV. So if you don't have a smart TV, or maybe if you do and you're just having some issues with that thing, get a Fire Stick. It makes everything so easy. I watch AT&T TV through it, and then I also watch like Netflix and Amazon Prime TV, whatever it's called, Hulu. I don't even know all the names, but my Amazon Fire Stick, between living in my apartment back in Columbus to being here and in my room all day every day, my Amazon Fire Stick is like, I use that thing every single day. I have to mention that. Another thing that was super used over the past year was my books. I know I mentioned I regretted buying so many books, but I had so many favorites, and I really developed this love for reading, and I'm so glad that I did because I hated reading for so long, and it's a habit or a hobby that I want to form into like a habit into 2021. Like I just want to form that relationship with reading to where I just stay off social media more and just stay in my own little book world. Some of my favorite books that I read, one of them was The Hating Game. They're actually making that into a movie with Lucy Hale right now. I think they're filming it, and I'm super excited. The Unhoneymooners, super cute. Beach read, amazing. Paris is always a good idea. Very cheesy, but like, not cheesy, but like a typical little corny love story. It's super cute, and it just made me want to travel all through Europe. Also, It Ends With Us by Colleen Hoover, so good. Right now, I just read Dating Mr. Darcy, and right now I'm reading Marrying Mr. Darcy, so it's like a series, and then there's a third one too. It's literally like The Bachelor meets Pride and Prejudice. It's kind of like an innocent love story, very cute. So yeah, just any kind of cheesy love stories. If you have recommendations, leave them down below. I've probably read like 25 books in the past 6 months, so yeah, there's definitely more where that came from, but I can make a whole video of my book recommendations. Oh yeah, those were my favorite products of 2020. I mean, I had other things that I really loved, like favorite purchases, like my Nespresso machine, some Target pajamas, but like I could include so many things that I loved purchasing in 2020. I do have a whole video on my favorite purchases, but these are just overall my most used products that I used all the time. So I hope you enjoyed this video. Let me know if you want to to see like more current favorite videos like every month. I used to do that, then I kind of stopped, and then I kind of forget about it. I'm gonna bring back some current favorites because there's actually some new products I've been using over the past couple weeks that I will be putting in like maybe the beginning of February. So yeah, let me know what you want to see next. I would highly appreciate it. It's always so helpful. But thank you for watching and have a great day wherever you are. Bye guys.